Hi everybody, it's me. I just want to first say thank you so much to all of you for taking this journey to American Idol with me and showing me all of the love and support that you have. I really, really appreciate it. It was a very interesting experience. I met a lot of really crazy and interesting and wonderful people, and I just was reminded how blessed I am through all of the love and support that you've all shown. So I really, really appreciate it. Everybody's been asking me exactly what happened, so I figured I would finally just throw up this final video about this experience and let you guys know what happened. So the whole thing started on Saturday night when I drove up to New Jersey with my mentor at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and basically we drove straight to the IZOD Center in East Rutherford and stood in line for a few hours, got registered. It was fine. There wasn't too much going on. There was a lot of singing, a lot of judging of each other, and some people were on key, some people weren't. So it was a really entertaining experience. I was probably in the second 1,000 people that had arrived. So if you think about all of the numbers that you typically see on TV, then it's probably, I was closer to the front than I was to the back, so I wasn't too worried. Then, I had a down day on Monday so I could get some work done. And then I think I got about 2 hours of sleep Monday night, and then drove straight back to East Rutherford from New Brunswick, and got in line again around 5 something in the morning. It was probably closer to 6 because there was a ton of traffic. And again, lots of singing, a lot of people sleeping on the ground, watching the sun come up outside, praying that it wouldn't rain. So that was really interesting. And then we waited until about 8 o'clock until they let everybody in. And then there was a lot of waiting. You go, you get your seat, and you have, all of your materials, you fill out your forms, and you just sit and wait. So basically what they do is they call people down by sections. So if you're, I was in section 115 of the concourse, so that would be the lower ring of the stadium. And when I went, they called my entire section down, and you line up by fours. So there's, four people across, and then the line just goes back. And what ends up happening is there's 12 judges stations, and there's like 3 rows of 4. And you stand on your tape, and when they call you, all they do is basically look at you, you step forward, you sing. When they're done with you, they raise their hand and you step back. And everybody does that until the whole row's finished, and then they tell you who they want to stay and who they want to go. Now, in my experience, what I was told, what I saw, there weren't very many yellow tickets going through, being given out at all of the lanes. And what I heard was there were only about 3 producers who were at one of the 12 judges stations. So that means there were actually only technically 3 producers, or 3 people with the power to give you a golden ticket, but there were 12 judges stands. So basically it's a way to kind of get through people as quickly as possible, and hope and pray that you are able to find the right people at the right time, or that the right people see the right judges on the right day. So it's all totally this crazy game of chance that you're just praying that you see the person who can give you the ticket to go through. So basically I lined up at about 1 p.m. So I'd been waiting all day long, trying to get some work done while I was waiting. And I went up, saw my judge. It was a woman, and there was 2 or 3 people in front of me, no, two people in front of me, one person behind me that had to sing. I went, I sang my heart out. I did sing home, so thank you for everybody who was telling me about my last minute advice that I put out on Facebook, so I appreciate it. I sang my behind off. I wasn't nervous at all, which is really, really rare for me. Usually, right before I go for an audition or I'm about to sing, I forget all the words. Usually I remember about midway through the song the words for the rest of the song, but I'd never remember like the very, very first line. But fortunately this time I wasn't nervous at all. I had this, that peace that just surpasses all understanding. I knew exactly what I wanted to sing because those were the only words that were kind of running over and over and over again in my mind. So I got up, I sang home, and it just had a whole new meaning for me at that point. And, I just sang from the heart. I left, everything there for her. I connected with her in a way I don't think I've connected with anybody before. So I sang my heart out. I mean, as soon as I opened my mouth, I knew that I wasn't going to be going through. But I also knew that I still needed to give it my best. So I sang, I stepped back. The last person sang. I went, all of us were called forward. And the judge basically said, thank you guys so much for coming. Really, really great song choices all around. But I'm afraid that your voices just aren't strong enough. So I'm kind of glad that I ended up choosing home, because if I actually sang Make You Feel My Love like I was planning to, then I would be really upset saying, well, maybe I should have, sang a song where I could have really showed out. But at this point, I have zero regrets. I know that I gave it my all. There were a lot of people who were around me when I was auditioning. My mentor stood right behind the judge and, was screaming the whole time. And then when, she saw me walking away, she screamed and she booed. And, she was really upset, probably more upset than I was. When I was walking up to one of the employees to get my wristband cut off, he just looked at me and he was like, I'm sorry, I have to cut your wristband, but you are really, really good. And I just looked at him and was like, oh, well, thanks, but I don't know what you want. So, as I was walking away, there were a lot of people who were there supporting other people who were trying out, and I got so many compliments on the way out, and it was really moving. At the end of the day, I just know that it was a game of chance, but walking into, lining up, going into the audition, God was with me, and I've never been that calm before, and I just know that, my steps are ordered and everything's going to be okay, and I'm not worried or, upset or, broken over this experience. All I know is that it's made me stronger. I know what I need to do, and until next time, basically. So, I know a lot of people want to know who was actually there. So basically what happens is Ryan Seacrest was there, so we, did this whole, I'm the next American Idol, all these jokes about Jersey, et cetera, et cetera. Actually, he walked up and was about a few feet away from me right before I auditioned, so that was really interesting. Yes, he looks exactly as he looks on TV. He was actually quite stylish, and I think he uses really awesome hair gel. His hair was not moving. Let's see who else was there. Constantine Marino. I don't know if there are any fans of Constantine Marino, so that was interesting. He did sing a little off key, which was interesting as well. Who else? I think that was about it. It was a crazy experience. It was exhausting. No, the final three judges, who I believe are going to be J-Lo, Randy Jackson, and Steven Tyler, they were not there, actually. So what they were telling us is you would go through the first round with the judges on the concourse, and then you'd go through maybe another round or possibly two, I'm not sure, but you're supposed to go and fill out all of this paperwork, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it is release forms and confidentiality agreements, etc. And basically, if you make it through, I guess, whatever subsequent rounds there were that day, then you come back and you audition for the judges, and that's what you see on TV. So what you see on TV is a little bit of a, I guess it's a little bit of a fabrication, but it's interesting nonetheless. And that was just what I saw. It was my experience, and my family's been begging me to go and audition at the next one, which is in Austin, and then there's the final one in San Francisco, but unfortunately due to work commitments I don't believe I'll be able to make it. But this isn't the end of it. I'm not done. I'm not finished. I'm not worried. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's painful. Of course, everybody wants their dream to come true on the first try, but you know, everybody has to hear the word no, and it just makes you stronger. And this is not a very pretty business. It's not a very nice business. So, you know, this no means good things for me, and you know, I'm just keeping that in mind in everything that I'm doing. So again, thank you all so much. I felt all of your loves. I felt all of your prayers. I felt all of the good vibrations that you were sending me on Tuesday. And again, it just reminded me of how blessed I truly am, and I'm so appreciative. And I'm going to keep going forward, if you know, not for just fulfilling my own dream, but for making sure that I find a way to say thank you to all of you for supporting me. So thanks. I appreciate it. I will still be uploading videos, and you know, you guys just send me your requests. Let me know what you want to hear me sing. Now it's just for the fun of it, so you know, you and I can have fun. Please tell me what you like, what you don't like. If you have any feedback, etc., let me know. So yeah, that's it. I'm sorry this video ended up being so long, but I know a lot of people really wanted to hear what ended up happening on Tuesday with the American Idol auditions. So thank you. I love you. God bless you. And I will be seeing you soon. All right, guys.